Hi sewing friends, I'm Karina from Lifting Pins and Needles, and you can see a different background because I'm in my parents' backyard in Chile. So yeah, the flowers, the garden, all that jazz. Today I'm excited to show you my red dress for the Little Red Dress project, sewing challenge that's been run. I think this is the third year by Renata from the Twilight Stitcher and Rosa from Sewn. So in the previous video, I showed you my Burdastyle 7514 and I said that I was going to hack it, and I have. And I like the pattern so much that I decided to use that pattern to create my Little Red Dress, but I wasn't going to make the same thing. You know, I was able to use asymmetry on that dress because it had like two different necklines, and I could just sort of choose one side and replicate and all that jazz. So I always had that idea in mind, and when I was looking at the fabric for my red dress, I sort of had a vision in my head that did not involve asymmetry. I didn't want to make the exact same dress again. Although I will make the exact same dress again in a solid. So I have filmed a process for you of how I have modified the pattern, the reasoning behind my thinking, and I've actually shown a different approach to the pattern work, and I've done it with little miniature pattern pieces. I thought my camera setup was not going to make that easy to see and understand if I showed you the full-blown project, like when I try to focus it on top of my table. So yeah, it looks really cute, and I think it's going to be super clear what I've done. There are also birds here. So yeah, let's hop into that video that I've already processed and everything, and then I'll be right back to show you the dress. I'm going to show you what I've done in a miniature way. I think it's easier this way. So I've printed out the line drawing so you can see this dress has asymmetry on the neckline. This front part here, the white one that you see, on one of the sides the princess seam comes from the shoulder, as you can see there, and on the other side the princess seam comes from the arm side. So basically the drafting of the front pattern pieces was done separately, and the middle piece that you can see there, the center on the pattern piece, has a center line. So I've drawn a center line there, and I've done the same with the back. The back is similar, but actually both the princess seams on the back come from the shoulder, as you can see. So it's a little bit different. I want to hack this pattern several ways, and I could basically just fold this in half and make a dress that looks like that and get rid of the asymmetry, or I can choose the other side and just use that side and make a dress like that. In this case, I decided to use this side of the dress and eliminate this area. So I don't want that side of the dress, so I'm going to cross it out on both the front and the back. And now I'm going to show you little mini pattern pieces to see what that could look like. Okay, so here I have the front center piece and the front right side of the dress. Here I have the back left side of the dress and the back center. I've eliminated that other side, as you can see there, that doesn't exist anymore. I'm only working with half of the dress. So I've marked the center line there, that's on the pattern piece, and I'm going to fold that back, and that doesn't exist anymore. And I'm going to do the same for the back. That doesn't exist anymore either. But I don't want to make my dress like that. I want to go further. So I want my neckline to be different. I don't want the shoulder, I don't want that. I want to make straps with my dress. So in the front, where there's that princess seam that goes to arm side, at that level I'm going to throw a line straight across there, and that's going to be my new neckline. And at the back, where the arm side is, I'm going to throw a line across that way too. When I cut my fabric, basically when I cut this out, I'm going to fold the fabric here and then fold it in like that, so that I have two sides on the fold, and that way I can put the back center piece on the fold and the front center piece on the fold, and then my other two little pieces there in the middle. That's how I'm going to make it fit into my fabric. Now I'm not doing zippers for this type of dress. You would have to do a zipper on the side seam there if you wanted to do one. I never do them. I can still get in. So I'm going to show you what the dress is going to look like. So this is how my pattern pieces would have looked. And doing that line across, this is how my back is going to look, and this is how my front is going to look. And here I'm going to put straps, wide straps, and I'm going to get that great shaping there from the princess seams. That'll go like over the bust. I can shape that really well to my body. And same at the back, there's great shaping there with darts included into them seam lines. And it's a very, very nicely drafted dress, and I just want to have a different neckline to it. Here you can see my front pattern pieces placed on the fabric. As you can see, I have folded the fabric in towards the middle so that I have two areas on the fold on each of the extremes of the fabric. There's the front center and the front side. I have copied my pattern pieces, modified the necklines, and everything else is the same. The seam allowance, that's why you can see I have placed the pattern pieces right next to each other so I can cut in between there, and you can see my patterns reach right up to the side of the fabric. I've done the same with the back pieces. I just showed you the front, like exactly the same placement. I'm going to try and show what I'm doing. So here I have my center front and my lateral front from my my dress. You can see the princess seam goes there. And under this, I have my bodice block. So I've matched up the center front there and sort of the side seams. They are different, you know, but I've matched those up as a reference. So I'm still going to fiddle with this neckline once I have the dress sewn up, because I don't really know if I want it lower or whatever, but I want to draft anatomic thicker straps to go with it. So I have my bodice block under here, the front and the back, and I have taped together the shoulders there. Remember, my blocks don't have seam allowance, so I can tape that and just create one continuous piece. I have also drawn the grain line there, and that faint pencil mark there is where my brass strap actually hits. That's the position it is on my body. So I want these straps to be super wider, and I want them to have a shape at the front. So I want them to go curving, and then at the back they can be straight. This is going to be a shaped, curved strap that will take the shape of my shoulder. That is really needed when you're doing really thick straps. When you're doing tiny, like thin ones, you don't need to do that. But how wide is this? Like, this is all eyeballing. I haven't actually been very technical about it. This is 5 centimeters wide, so my strap is going to be 2 inches wide. I'm going to trace this strap onto a paper and then add seam allowance. I managed to lose the audio on this file, so I'm just going to do a voiceover. Here is my strap. You can see that line there marks the shoulder seam where it used to be, but it's been eliminated. It takes the shape of the arm size, so when I attach it to the straight neckline, it'll make it look square. At the back, it just goes straight down. Now, it's important to do this if you're doing a really thick strap, because our shoulders are sloped. We don't have square shoulders, and if you just draft a rectangle thick strap, you're going to have a gapy pointy bit there, and it's not going to look good. On a really thin strap, you don't need to do that, but for this, I thought it was important to draft it this way. For this type of strap, you need to cut 4 pattern pieces, but you can't just take this and cut it once and then cut it again. You need mirror images, and because I was doing fabric Tetris with pattern pieces, I just cut out 2. I just copied out another one so I could place it somewhere else easier. So yeah, keep the grain line straight. Now, I always drafted an extra length on both sides because I really wasn't sure where the neckline was going to hit on the other pattern. Remember, I got these straps based off my bodice block. And so here, I'm going to have a close-up. That red line is the real line. So that's actually where it's going to be sewn into the neckline. And I have another one here for the back part. On the straps themselves, I have drawn a blue line where I'm going to be stitching it onto the neckline. So I've transferred my marks onto the pattern pieces. And I have one interfaced side and one non-interfaced side. I have sewn the edges with a 1 centimeter seam allowance, as you can see. And now I have to flip them and press them. And then they'll be ready to insert into my neckline front and back. Okay, I'm showing you here the front center pattern piece and the front side. And now I always knew that this section that was joining these two zones looked iffy, but I didn't want to modify it until I had it on my body. And so I've drawn a pink line there marking the new shape. So basically from here up is gonna be the strap starting there. I'm gonna make this like it's gonna be there. So that is the new shape, and now I can use this pattern piece for this dress again, and I know that that's been corrected. So I've shown my red fabric before on my Instagram feed. I did put a picture there, and Renata had said that the fabric had to be at least 80% red, and I think this fabric does fit the bill there. It does have some print on it, but if you see me walking by, you'll say, yeah, that's a red dress. So yeah. I didn't show construction of the dress. Basically it's just princess seams going all the way down, same as the back. And I did lining pieces that are identical to the main fabric. There's no asymmetry here, so you don't need to do all that business that I talked about with the other dress. You can just cut them out as normal. I used a stretch satin to line because it was the only red fabric I had. This is viscose, it doesn't stretch, but that's fine. It's still nice and soft. And look what I've done in there. I've burnt it. So my iron was a bit too hot and I just sort of burnt a little bit there, but that's fine. So very easy to construct, very easy. It was a very fast make. The only thing that took a bit longer was fitting the straps onto myself. You saw how I drafted those, and I drafted them out of my bodice block. In the theory that they would match my shape because it's my bodice block, right? But I was applying those straps to a Burda pattern, and that's fine. I made them extra long just in case, and I can touch in there. The straps reach up to sort of like an inch under there. So whenever you're making straps, just make them long. You can always trim them off, you know, when you're done. So the big thick straps that start there actually make it look like it's just the arm side. Like if I just walked quickly past, anyone would think this is just a sleeveless dress, but it's actually cut up to here. The front neckline is square, and then that makes it look square. The back as well. It's just cut all the way straight there from that arm side curve, and yeah, the straps start from there. So I'm going to put it on and show you how it looks. Okay, I have it on. You can see the neckline like that. As I said, this thick strap that starts there, it just looks like it's continuing the arm side there. At the back, it just looks like it's continuing straight there, and it gives me a square neckline, and I like that. It covers my strap, my bra straps. There's no bra straps on show, and I really like this square shape there. So the dress is just above the knee. It's nice and fitted as well, but sort of more, you know, that I can wiggle in here, and it has all that nice shaping at the back, the same as the other one. So making this dress was a lot of fun. It was a very quick make. I'm super happy with the results and how my red dress turned out. I think it's super wearable. I can wear this anywhere, you know, like to the shopping mall or to church or anything, and feel appropriate because I have enough coverage around here where I need it, and it's still a nice dress. Like, I think it's a nice dress. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share and like, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.